know ain't no pork in the pain. But you better not complain, boy. Yeah, you get in trouble with the man. So let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me. So let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me. Yonder come Miss Rosie. How in the world did you know? By the way she wears her apron and the clothes she wore, umbrella on her shoulder, piece of paper in her hand. She come to see the governor, she come to free her man. So let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me. So let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me.
The following show features stupid opinions and ideas from two idiot brothers who probably did little research and practiced zero due diligence on the topic at hand. The MLO Bros' opinions do not reflect the views of their employer, guests, sponsors, families, neighbors, or pets. If you do not like what they are saying and don't agree with their views or opinions, don't watch the show. We can promise we do not care. Welcome to the worst show on the internet.
Check the sound real fast. Make sure we're
check.
good because we constantly have sound problems. We are good. Everybody good?
Good.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the MLO Bros. We have some representation from the Poland schools here with us today. We'll introduce them, starting with our regular guy, Supe Hockenberry over there.
Hello, hello.
And then, sir, what's your name?
Brian Banfield, athletic director.
Oh, I thought he said he'd never come on our podcast.
His evaluation's coming up.
Luke, let's not rub his nose in it. Let's just be nice about it.
It was kind of like to be fair, we had to go above his head.
Oh my gosh.
We had to make some calls.
We had to make friends with the soup.
Okay, sorry. I had to get that in.
And then, ma'am.
Lauren DeJulia, Director of Student Services.
Perfect.
So let's see, how do we approach this? Let's talk to our new guests first, shall we? And then
Absolutely.
is that okay? And then we'll go down.
Yeah, introduce them.
So Lauren, what do you do at the schools?
I'm the Director of Student Services dealing with special education, IEPs, 504 plans.
For those like if somebody doesn't know what those are, like
IEPs.
Yeah, so an
Yeah, I have no idea
IEP
what that
is
is.
okay. So it's an individualized education plan designed for students with disabilities,
Okay.
and we design education around a student who may struggle with a certain content area, such as like reading or math.
okay.
There's a lot that goes into that. There's a lot of testing that goes into that
And it's a
before
lot
we
of-
would identify a student. with
Right.
a
And it's a lot of
disability.
government stuff too, correct? Like rules and regulations.
There's a lot of mandates and
Right.
requirements and compliance that go into it. The whole process itself is about, from start to finish for one student, is about 120 days.
Wow.
Starting with like a referral from a parent and then the actual writing of an IEP and implementing that IEP.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it basically helps our students if they struggle in something, it helps them.
Sure.
I mean, what's something that they could get out of that? Like So are we talking extra classes? Are we talking sitting down with extra teachers, or how's that work?
So what we really want to look at is putting students in what we call the least restrictive environment. Putting them in the general education classroom and building supports around that classroom in order to have them access that curriculum.
Because like when I went to school, they had a class like that, and it was all the people that were like in trouble and stuff like that, and they were like separated. And it always like it was weird because they took those kids out of the classrooms, put them in their own classroom. It was like drawing a line in the sand. And so you guys don't do that anymore.
Well, no, that's not the goal of it.
Okay, that's good.
But not one size fits all, right?
Okay.
So we have students or we have classrooms that are what we call self-contained or resource room classrooms where students do attend a classroom all day based on their disability, their cognitive ability.
Yeah, right.
Students who attend a certain percentage of the day in some of those resource classrooms and then go out into the general
awesome
That
classrooms
sounds
for the
more
other.
familiar as to when I was in school, where it was more like that.
Yeah.
And they kind of blended at the same time, so that the other students didn't really know.
I think
that
I'm
they
thinking
were
of
being...
there was a thing in the county where it was like a group of people who were like AKA almost in jail, like students, and they would rotate schools. Do you ever hear that? I don't think they do that anymore. So it was like troubled youths, right?
Okay.
And they had their own teacher and they had a security guard with them. And I can still remember them, like it was like my junior year. These dudes would like walk through the hallway of like a packed thing, and because these dudes are like, like
everybody would run.
Everybody would like spread and like back up against the wall, like yeah. But again, this is like 28 years ago, so
Yeah, that's not what it looks
Back,
like.
back in the early 90s.
Not at all what it looks like.
right.
Yeah.
So that's good. There's improvement.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, and then Mr. Banfield,
Yes, sir.
what do you do?
Athletic director for the school system, all grades 7, 12, which are all housed down in one building, which has its pros and cons, but oversee all the sports programs and work with our student athletes, our coaches, booster clubs.
I can't imagine the amount of stuff he has with all the sports. Right?
I was talking to Supe about this before, and we mentioned a little bit before. Are you the one designing all the awesome Poland gear? Because the shirts and
I get input from my coaches, and actually our coaches hook us up with the gear.
I'll tell you.
I need to get with them. I need some of the stuff.
Yeah, they do a nice job of throwing us a polo once in a while with the P on it, or Coach Blanche goes above and beyond with different drawings and stuff like that. And Coach Fender has a new P because he's brand new. Yeah, so it's definitely nice to have some perks, like when they throw you a polo. Or
I need to get on that perk.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And then so like you're scheduling all the games.
All the games.
I can't imagine the amount of stuff. You think about the amount of stuff he has to do.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like scheduling games, making sure the referees are there.
Officials, game workers. If you're going on the road, make sure work
Buses.
with Megan and my secretary Kim to get busing
the other
events.
The other thing is there's so much. It's all time after school. So are you scheduling all this stuff during the school day, and then you don't have to go to the games? Are you going to all these games?
I'm at every game with when there's a ticket box involved.
Yeah,
for sure. When there's tickets,
you have to go.
Yeah,
that's a sacrifice, man. That's a sacrifice. I don't time.
Sometimes like Kevin or Mike.
Yeah,
Kevin Snyder, the principal, Mike Daly. We work well, and Ed Ashcroft helps out. Like I may start a JV soccer game and work through the JV soccer game in a varsity, then get a chance to go home, and because we have a Friday night football game the next day. So we work well together, but we always make sure there's an administrator in the stadium at all.
Wow. So you 7 through 12.
Yep.
Is there who does the organization? Well, I guess that's all there really is for organized. Everything else is club below that, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rec league. Like I'm saying 6 and down.
Yeah. We work with PLB when they need coverages for custodians in the stadium and stuff like that. But I don't do their schedules.
Yeah.
But,
wow. That's
a lot.
So
man.
much.
A lot.
It's challenging. It's challenging in the spring. We've probably rescheduled close to 30 games already. Because of it's been a nightmare this spring. But you get it done. Like next year's spring will be completed probably by June 1st. Like everything's already mapped
and then
out.
It'll just all be changed.
And people ask, well, why don't you put those calendars out for the spring?
Yeah.
Because you can light them on fire.
Exactly.
Last week of March, it's no chance they stay consistent.
Wow. Little ready for this?
Go ahead.
He was a very good. You remember I used to referee?
Yeah.
he would come. He'd meet you. Do you remember me doing that?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know if you remember because I figured out.
Yeah.
I used to ref. I said when I ref because they need refs so bad for basketball.
Yeah.
I just said I want Poland and all Poland because I didn't want to go 5 minutes past my house.
Yeah.
And he's meeting you there
Yeah.
every time. Water, getting your
love to
everything.
see it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Made you want to rep there. So, sir,
Did you play any
did a good
sports in
job.
high school? What's your
I
favorite
played
sport?
football and baseball
Baseball
for the
player.
Bulldogs back in '93.
You're a Poland graduate
yeah,
too.
Yeah,
Really?
'93 grad. Played for
Wow.
Coach Lamport,
Okay.
and Coach Norm McEltrott was my baseball coach.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it was kind of neat when I took over in 09 as athletic director. 07 and 08, I was assistant principal. 09, I was the athletic director. Like Coach Grizz was my line coach.
Yeah.
And now, I'm working with him. He was our head basketball coach, Coach
Yeah.
Grisdale.
Right.
So it was kind of
Cool.
neat.
Crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about football this year? Did you have any clue?
Kids are working hard.
Are they
probably
already
have
spring stuff, right?
55 kids committed, working out, jump stretch, lifting. So yeah, the numbers look good. We'll
Good.
meet with our younger classes coming up.
Yeah.
So that's a key for that 7th and 8th grade interest.
Yeah.
Because
Cool.
that's huge. But yeah, we're excited. We open up with Cheney this year.
Yeah.
Canfield slid to week 3, so we go on the road after a home opener. So we go to Louisville, then Canfield week 3.
Awesome.
Cool.
Dude, this home. You've never been to a home.
I have to get out
Dude,
there, man.
there's so
for
much fun.
basketball too.
Oh, there's so much.
Was our
fun.
sign up in the gym? Was it up?
I don't
never
know if
saw
it was in the gym. But they said our names for the thing all the time.
Did they?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Love
You guys are on
that.
the video board.
Exactly.
Love
it's
that.
the best money you could possibly spend.
Yeah.
When you sit there and you hear the MLO Bros,
Yeah.
the worst podcast on the internet. It's like,
Love
yeah.
that. Love
All
that.
right. So,
Soup, we got
Yeah.
interesting guests stealing your time today, buddy.
No,
Sorry.
I'm loving it. These guys are downplaying a little bit. Lauren DiGiulio's probably running one of the largest departments that we have here, so I wanted to bring her on.
yeah.
I had 35 to 55 people she's monitoring every day. Compliance is off the chains.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's watching with special ed. Very, very active parents, and we strive every day. She strives every day to do a good job. We stole her from the Trumbull County. So
Good.
she's the wife
Mhm.
of an athletic director. She's the wife of Ron
Ron.
DiGiulio, who's the athletic director at Lakeview. So
No kidding.
yeah, so she's got they're busy. man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a
We-
busy family,
yeah,
great family,
yeah.
great name. And he would never brag about it, but
Yeah.
he was athletic director of the year last year. So
I remember
Really?
I
that.
got some good stuff. I claim that, even though I went Super 10, I was like,
It was really
yeah,
good.
that's
It
all,
was
that's
awesome.
all the
everyone
credit
says,
goes to
ever
you.
Since I got here, he's
Yeah.
been athletic director of the year.
Yeah.
But no, good stuff. But glad we were able to get them on. We had a rough week or rough month, with transportation still. It's not going away.
I saw I got an email, right?
Yeah,
Something
Yep.
buses got moved around or something.
they did. We have 3 bus drivers off right now. So Megan's driving
Dang.
again.
Yeah.
Good news. We got 3 bus drivers that are training.
Sweet. That's
so
good.
that's good.
That's
so
very
we've been
good.
calling and checking up on
God,
them.
Lord.
So we got 3 new ones that are coming out. So we just finished. We're almost finished with negotiations. So we definitely
Negotiations to
the OPSI union, which covers bus drivers,
okay.
because that was
Okay.
step 1 in recruiting processes. We have to make our package more appealing.
Yeah.
The,
More
the
attractive,
good
yeah.
news was we were already pretty high, and we went higher. So we really did a lot
Good.
more to support the bus drivers, not just the bus drivers, but everybody in the classified,
Yeah.
the cooks, the janitors, the monitors, everybody, and secretaries. We had a lot of work that we had to do. So that was very difficult, to go through that entire contract. And right before that, we did all the teachers.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy your raise that the district gave?
Yes. Oh my
Family.
gosh. Yes. I've been
All right.
spending all of it.
Luke's a bit of a spender.
I am a bit of a spender. I like to buy stuff.
That was very interesting. That carried on for quite some time, but it was very professional. Everybody was. We knew what we had to do. We took care of the teachers. We took care of the people because they're fantastic.
Awesome.
It's good to hear, though, and like I said, married to a teacher, it's nice to hear the stuff went smooth. Obviously, there's still teachers that,
Yeah.
you're never going to make everybody happy when you're doing that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
all in all, it was a fair increase. The teachers deserve it because I mean, look at we're number one in the area, number
Yeah.
one, number whatever in the state.
And you love to see that we're not settling for being number one, and we're still trying to be even better, even more attractive to new people who could make us even better.
Right.
So love that.
Yep. So that was very rarely do those come at the same year. And we had, so then we have another group that they're not represented by a union. It's through the COG, through the ESC.
Okay.
So like all of our instructional aides, we have other services that we provide to them.
Right.
They make up about 40, 45 people.
Right.
And we basically had to negotiate them. Lauren and I were negotiating with them early because their salaries were quite low. So we were in fear of losing them. And they are part of handling our some of our most disabled, our most fragile students. And they were not happy when we got here. So we started with them. That went on for quite some time. And then 2 weeks from now, I'll be negotiating with all the administrators. So we literally had 4 contract negotiations.
You got your strike sign ready, Banfield?
He already told me. He says, you and Janet better wear a hard hat.
Coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Yeah,
Like construction valve. Hard helmet.
He's got an inflatable giant rat outside the school.
You want to keep bragging about how awesome I am? Oh, It's gonna take some money it's gonna take some change to be able to brag about that.
Yeah, they're going to come at us hard with the league minimum. I can tell right now. The league minimum, they're going to be
awesome.
So it was difficult. This first year. That's the first time I've been a superintendent for 10 years. That was the first time 4 units were negotiating in less than 9 months. So, but I think we did it all the right way. Every group was professional. Nobody was upset.
Nobody was screaming.
We all sat down and said, "Hey, everybody, we'll never be able to pay these guys what they're worth." I mean, you were mentioning about, an athletic director. I mean, these guys start 6 a.m. I'm getting text message from Mr. Banfield at 6 a.m. And then we're at a basketball game at 9:30 at night.
Right.
And,
still there.
So it's, these we'll never be able to pay these guys what they're worth, but we definitely did our very best.
What, it's something that pops into my head is a couple years ago, before you were here financially, there was like red flags all over the place. We were having meetings. I literally was reading through like forecasts. I know it's better now, right?
Yeah.
Is there ever a concern where you're paying people all this stuff, like we're going to go back that direction, or
So there is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
and again, they deserve it, but it's still something you got to think about, right?
Right. There's eventually you can't cut your way out of these problems, though. You can't keep cutting people's salary.
Right.
Not paying them and not giving them insurance and things like that. Eventually, if you value your people and the work that they do, you're going to have to pay for it.
Right.
You're going to have to pay. My wife always says, you get what you pay for.
Right.
So if we're not competitive with salaries, then the best people are going to go to other places.
And you're going to drop.
Them.
And we're not going to be the best anymore.
Yeah.
So eventually we will go into deficit spending, but a lot can happen between now and then. Right. So I think we're projected to go into deficit spending in 2 years from now,
right?
Which is not abnormal. A lot of districts go into enter deficit spending. The treasurer is going to give an update on the forecast in May. A lot of unknowns coming off the heels of a pandemic.
Yeah.
4 units we had to negotiate with, which is new. And then a war in Europe, inflation, gas, everything. So we don't know what's going to happen, as we move forward. So it's just a projection of where we might be.
Yeah.
But again, then you got like maybe 10 people that are going to retire next year. They're all making 90,000.
Right.
And then we're going to hire a first-year teacher that make 30.
30 or 40, right?
We don't know any of those things that all come down the line.
See, that's the stuff you don't think about. So it's like you want to pay everybody really good, but then you have the other end where it snaps back. It's crazy.
And there might come a time when we have to sit down and talk about a levy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're not there yet right now. So.
Okay. Good answers. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. What else you got?
Just wanted to talk briefly about big kickoff. Wednesday, tomorrow at noon, we'll be meeting with GPD, which is our strategy visionary group. They are architects as well, but we did not hire them as architects just yet.
Okay.
We're just going to be working with them to put a timeline together about the possibility of what new facilities might look like. So we have no idea how much things cost. What would 4 renovations look like? What would 3 new schools look like? What would one? We have no idea because we're going to let the taxpayers and we're going to let the people of Poland guide that discussion.
All right.
So what we've done though is we've reached out to a group that has done this all throughout the entire region, all throughout the United States. Actually, they have offices here in Youngstown, and we meet with them tomorrow at noon and start the first steps of how do we reach out to the public to say, what do you want your facilities to look like?
Are they a marketing group or
they're marketing? They're actually an architect group.
Okay.
But they have a whole division
to figure out
if this is even possible.
Because we want to go into this knowing what the public wants.
Yes. I want to be able to come on the show and say, listen, if we decide that we're going to use North and make an elementary school, it's going to cost you, who owns a house of $100,000.
Right.
It's going to cost you $400 a month. And I'm totally making these numbers.
Yeah, right.
I have no clue. Or if we renovate,
sounds a little steep for North.
Yeah, really. And we're going to be able to throw those out there. So when I get out in the community, like I did in the summer,
right.
And people say, well, why don't you just build one big mega campus? I'm going to be able to say, well, that would have cost $250 million and we have no place to put it. You know? So I want to be able to answer those questions the right way. And we can't do that now.
Right.
I definitely think it's important to have some kind of paperwork or sheet where we can advertise it saying, hey, this is what this is going to cost, like a freaking menu.
And
basically.
You got to get it out
broken
to the public.
Down. Yes.
And not just the people who watch on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's got to be across the board. Because it's not just people on Facebook. You say, okay, Facebook, but that's mostly just the people who have kids in school.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple other people,
because there are some older folks that want to just renovate everything, and seeing that breakdown versus a new school breakdown, all these numbers might change some people's minds. You know what I mean? And I think that's super important that everybody has it all out in front of them. So
because it'll, I want to be able to answer the question when I'm sitting in front of 65 to 80-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
When they say, hey, we want to preserve all the schools, I'm going to say, so do I.
Yeah.
But the cost is $250 million versus a brand new school, which might only be $50 million. So where do we go there? And they'll want to know those numbers too, because a lot of them are on fixed income.
And if you do eliminate a school, right, or you get rid of one, you have to do the best. And this is what we've heard over the last couple of years, to preserve the memory of said school. I mean, there were people pissed off when you guys took down those bleachers that were terrible.
What? Yeah.
I mean, they were freaking furious. And like, I was fighting with people all like, oh my God, save our bleachers. I mean, and those people hadn't been there for 30 years.
But
they were caved in puddles.
Yeah. At the same time, there was missed opportunity there, because you could have done like fundraisers selling those bricks or whatever that was, those old gross bricks. I'm sure old people would have still bought them. But like, just everything you do, make sure you repeat over and over. We want to preserve the history of Poland. People love hearing that.
I hate those words.
But at the same time, it makes sense. Like, if you're going to tear down North, take like some of the old architecture, incorporate it into the new
fanatics with this, and it's annoying.
It's just how Poland is, man. This is how they are.
It's ironic today or with our guests, 3 of the most important things in Poland.
Yeah.
The facilities. Yep. Always it's a polarizing topic.
100%.
Athletics.
Yep.
Like rules the kingdom, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And special ed. Students with special needs.
3 things right now that are top, and those are things we've all talked about over, like in the board meetings and everything else.
Big
like
topics.
Did you hear Julie Payne talk? Did you see her speech?
No.
Oh, she was great.
So April is Autism Awareness Month.
Yeah, so. Julie Payne. Remember Julie?
Yeah.
She talked. It was amazing.
Good, huh?
Oh, she knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, we
right?
invited her out, and then 2 other students spoke too about how autism impacts them and how it's their superpower.
I love that.
It was amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Her daughter. I love her little daughter. So she's in 2nd grade, 3rd grade. I forget.
Yeah.
And she has limited speech.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you the story. Julie, her youngest daughter, goes to school with Ben, my preschooler. So I'm walking out. Julie's kind of all spastic all the time.
Yeah.
She's like, "Hey, you got to sit with her in the car real fast. I'm going to bring in the other one." I'm like, "Wait, what?" So I go over to the window and I'm sitting there, and she's like, kind of just, she doesn't really talk. And I'm talking to her. She starts giggling at me because I'm a big freaking goofball.
Yeah.
I'm walking away. The windows rolled down. I hear her
when
yell.
Julie gets back, right? You didn't just leave the child there?
No, I didn't just leave her there.
Right,
when Julie gets back and I'm roll the window down, all I hear is bye. And I'm like, it just made my freaking day.
Yeah.
So she's adorable.
Yeah,
she is
incredible. Julie did a great job.
Yeah. So
I go listen to that.
Oh, she did so good. So sorry, I had to go off on a tangent. Soup.
No, we were just talking about kind of shift back to special ed. I was this is like my 4th district, and the emergence of like programs that we're trying to do to highlight them, all coming from Lauren, is I don't know if you want to talk about the
we did the Bulldog Buddies basketball night, Brian and I and my husband.
Awesome.
We're all Bulldogs, right?
Yeah, right.
We had the teams come out and we highlighted students. They got to sit behind the basketball players
That's sweet.
Participate in halftime and everything. And then we just had the exceptional art show.
I saw that on
incredible. Over 170 pieces of artwork from 3 counties. Which was incredible. So
awesome. The class actually made us, and I totally kept it and didn't give it to you. They made us a MLO Bros thing out of Scrabble pieces. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was Allie Ann Zavino's
Why didn't
class.
you bring it in so we can hang it up?
Because it's on my wall at my office at home. It was really cute. They had like a little thank you letter. And
we can hang it up right there.
No, I like it. It's mine. It's mine. It's not yours.
Oh my gosh. All right.
So wow. All right. What else we got? Any
staffing? Went through the internal rounds. We added a couple positions to lower class sizes. We got a plan in place over the next 3 years. That all shook out.
Right.
And now we got 4 positions left. We got 2 special ed positions
that need hired.
That need 4.
Okay.
4. What happened was we had some duly certified people internally.
Okay.
They took some of the regular ed positions, which vacated their special ed. So we have 2 of those. I know Lauren and the principals are working on those actually tonight, I think, or tomorrow. Or Thursday.
Yep.
So they're working on those. We'll get those finished probably soon. And then we have a couple at the high school, a science position and a counseling position. It's a 7 through 12 position.
Yeah.
But with the adding of the middle school, we just need extra help. So we got a new position there. So
wow,
we'll be all done. I'll have all the good thing is we'll have all the teachers notified of where they're going to be, what rooms they're going to be in, and all the staffing should be done in the next week and a half. So
really? So it'll be is that earlier than normal, right?
Yes.
I was going to say because I kind of remember hearing something about that.
When I got here, I didn't even meet Renee or Rick or any of those guys. They're John Ritz.
Yeah.
They're the union stewards, and they handed me grievances, and I was like, I'm not even superintendent yet.
That was one of them where everybody was. Yeah.
That we're obligated to tell teachers and staff where they're supposed to be, and we should.
Yeah.
Nobody should leave and not know where they're going to be. And I know our administrators are doing a real good job of that. And I think are we all staff coaching?
Yeah, a couple lower level football jobs, but they're starting to fill up. Yeah,
so we're going to be done.
Couple assistant basketball jobs are filling in. So they sometimes trickle throughout the year, but all our head coaching jobs are filled.
Someday I'm gonna coach basketball again.
Yeah.
Freshman basketball coach was so much fun. I coached
your kids grow up.
Yeah, it's so much time. You don't ever realize.
It's a commitment.
Yeah. I did with Pierence when he was a head coach at South Range. I was the freshman basketball coach, and I had a blast.
He was the head coach.
Yeah.
He coached
for
me.
like 7 or 8 years. Yeah,
he coached me in basketball.
You didn't know?
Really?
Yeah. And I was his freshman coach. Yeah. And I sit on the bench. I actually got him a technical one time.
I can't see him yelling at anybody.
Who, Pierence?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have seen it. I'm not going to throw you under the bus, Pierence. I do have PTSD from that coach, but that's neither here nor there. I remember once in a JV game, he was head coach of varsity, but he was like helping out with the JV game, and this kid dribbles down the court and he's like screaming, "Take a good shot! Take a good shot!" And this kid from behind the hoop, like, throws up the ball just to get at Pierence. Throws in a JV game, throws the ball behind his head over the backboard, and Pierence just starts freaking out, and it goes in, and then he just goes. He just turns and walks back to the bench, and this kid's just running down the court.
He's a D1 athlete.
Oh, he was stud, and his wife's quick.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, his wife Janae was a freaking stud too, which is why he has Maddox, who's like a superhuman.
The kids are going to be so
6'5", 5th grader.
So fast.
Wow. So another update I wanted.
Yeah.
How many kindergartners have signed up?
131. Yeah.
Steak dinner, baby.
Steak dinner. Yeah. We bet Dinopolis, Mr. Dinopolis, that we would get over 230. So we're 231.
130? No, 130.
I'm 130. Yeah, not 230. 131.
Now, just so you know, we were at 125 last year at this time. and they picked up. They got to 140s over
Yeah.
the summer, so people will move in and things will.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to send that text, and can you screenshot me what he said to me before, and then I'll send it to him.
he said something like, tell
your punk brother that
I believe it was, tell your idiot brother you guys are going to buy me steaks.
if you wouldn't mind, send me that screenshot so that I can send it to both of you guys.
Sorry, boss. I'll just tell the numbers.
Well, see, the whole backstory to that is he was in here when he was running for, and we were going back and forth with him, and he was saying, oh, he had these professional analysis saying there was going to be 119, and Isaac and I are like, there is no way with the housing market the way it is, with the way our neighborhoods are turning over,
Exactly.
you're going to have less than 130. So he bet us a steak dinner that it would be
I
130.
think you should go up to like Cleveland, to like a real nice steakhouse.
Morton's. It was Morton's.
Oh,
It was
I wonder
Morton's.
what the market price on steak is
I don't
right
know.
now.
He's an orthodontist. He can afford it. Or he's a dentist. He can afford it. All right. So sorry. What else?
Any other
What else we
questions? We already talked about transportation. Summertime,
Yeah.
So we'll school's out here at the end of May, and then
What's a superintendent's life look like during the summer?
so I
Bathing suit.
no
Swim club.
flip flops. Yeah, I start flip flops.
Flip-flops.
I wear a suit and tie every single day,
Yeah.
except in the summer. I mean,
Yeah.
it does go. Actually, the treasurer gets real busy in June and July, and the superintendent. Once we're staffed,
Yeah.
these guys take over everything. Man, they do a great job. But so personally, I'm running with the Bulls in July.
That's right. We're gonna strap a GoPro to him.
We should.
Can you strap a
Not allowed.
GoPro? You're not allowed.
No, wear like a vest with a
Not
GoPro
allowed
on?
to do any of it.
Are you serious?
Nope.
They have a
Nope.
rule.
Yeah, you're not allowed to. You literally will go to jail, and
If
I don't
you
want to go to jail in Spain.
No.
I don't want to go to jail anywhere. but
Yeah. So they have a rule that says you can't. That way, there's not documented evidence when you get gored.
Okay, not saying you're an athlete. Are you worried about being run over?
No,
it's
I've
not saying
been
you're not an athlete.
So 3 years ago, we signed up for it, right? So it was a package deal, and my wife and her brother, right? Unfortunately, he's very fast. So
Yeah.
Yeah, are you
He's
doing
not
any
worried.
training for this or any
well, you
preparation?
get a coach that he runs with you, like a guy that's probably ran it for 50. He just tells you where not to run.
Vamonos! Did you move?
Yeah.
There's got to be like, is there any
There's-
kind of like easy level or anything? Or are you just
No.
going for it?
I'm just going for it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready to go.
Have you seen
We
a bull hit
finally got
someone?
a superintendent we like, and he's gonna die in June.
know. What is going on?
And it's so sad.
Sounds like a terrible
We're
idea.
gonna have to do like a memorial show for this. So like, so you're gonna run?
Yeah, it's contrary to popular belief, it is a lot safer than you think. There's only like a few gorings a year.
Oh.
Only a few.
So I should be good.
You should go with them.
I don't
So I'm
wanna
going to
do
travel.
that.
I'm going to travel, keep up on everything here, and enjoy
Awesome.
Poland in the summer. I had
Yeah.
a great time last summer. I'm going to be spending almost every single day talking about the facilities.
Awesome.
So I'll be going into people's homes and
Yeah.
just casually talking to them about what they want, and it's a very relaxed time. And then it'll kick up heavy in August, of course, and then
Awesome.
we'll rock and roll.
Somebody wanted me to the foundation dinner.
Yeah,
I was supposed to talk
down
about that.
here.
Okay.
May 19th, honoring Lois Donovan.
Yep.
Um,
Mrs. Donovan
Thad Wright,
and Bo
and there's one more.
Weaver.
Bo Weaver.
Bo Weaver, of
Mhm.
course. Go Buckeyes. He
Yeah.
loves the Buckeyes.
Yep.
The tickets are $50. I think I'm leading in sales.
All right, we
We
saw.
talked about that last week.
Everybody's contract that was up bought one off me. So
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right. Exactly. Banfield bought 5 because of the stuff coming up.
upcoming to go.
Uh-huh.
Old
Yep.
Sable.
Exactly.
Lauren did not buy any. just so you
Lauren?
know.
You better get on
I
that.
know.
You're going into negotiations.
I'll buy one today.
Exactly.
Your Venmo.
Yeah,
She can send the cash.
yeah, exactly.
So we have that coming up. That's exciting. And then I think Saturday.
Yeah, get
big
the
day.
big Poland Invitational.
Oh, the cross country,
26th, track and field.
track and field. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
26th annual Poland track and field.
Awesome.
Over 50 teams
Wow.
in our school facility. So it's a
Holy
big
cow.
showcase for
Yeah.
the track and field program, the club.
When is that?
That's this Saturday.
This
the
coming
30th.
Saturday. Weather's supposed to be nice too,
Yeah,
so that's good.
65 and sunny. Let's
Yeah.
hope it stays.
Yeah, man. I drove by. There was a track meet. I forget if it was here or not. It was like pouring, and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
so terrible.
That'd be miserable.
You're tracking lacrosse. If it's not lightning or thunder,
Yeah,
those
keep
programs usually go.
You're going. And lacrosse. And how's our lacrosse teams? Those are those club sports still?
Yeah, they're still club sports. They're those two and swimming. Wrestling is now a full-time varsity sport.
Okay, cool. Because I know they're like parents are always like, oh, lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because that's a
lacrosse
huge
is
thing
super
now,
popular.
right?
Yeah.
Isn't lacrosse getting bigger and
Yes,
bigger?
it is. It's it's the fastest growing sport in the country.
Right. Because our nephew
And,
does it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Adam does it up
Yeah.
in Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge up in Summit County.
Mhm.
It'd be great to get more local schools. Right
Right.
now, it's Poland, Boardman, Canfield,
Okay.
That's tough.
and Cardinal Mooney. No one else. So,
you're
those kids are
driving all over
traveling.
the place.
I would have totally played that sport if we had it.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
In the spring. It's the spring sport.
Yeah, they're both
I would've
going on now.
totally-
Yeah,
done
better.
that.
Yeah, because
Instead
football made me either run track
Yeah.
or do baseball, and I was terrible
and
at
I
baseball.
can't swing
and,
that.
and
yeah.
I'm slow, so it was like so
Yeah.
I did like all I did was like shot, disc, and the high jump. That's all I did.
Yeah, I would try and run track just to stay in shape, and then ask the coach if I could just not go to meets because I was slow. I just don't embarrass myself at
Wow.
meets.
So what does it take to make a club sport like that a actual sport? Not to throw you to. I mean, I know
it's
parents have asked that.
consistency with the numbers.
Okay.
the coaching staffs, building it the right way.
Right.
A feeder system would be huge. 'Cause
Okay.
It's hard to start a sport when they're ninth graders. When you're going up against-
yeah, you're gonna get freaking smoked.
We're going up against schools that have lacrosse and from elementary.
Yeah, right.
And the middle school. So I know there's some interest. Boardman just started one.
Yeah.
So did
Huh.
Canfield. So
Okay. Cool.
Do you know, one of the biggest things, Brian and I talked about this last night, is going on in the state of Ohio right now is paying high school athletes.
NIL.
you
We've
think
already
that'll-
talked about
Do
this.
you think that'll go anywhere?
Well, I went
Well-
to a meeting yesterday. They have their OHSA meetings around the state.
Yeah.
So actually, Lauren's husband and I, we were sitting there, and the state feels like it's right now could go either way, which is kind of
Who's gonna pay these?
So
high
you
schoolers, though?
you
we were talking about
like
paying a kid.
a pizza shop. You could pay an
That's what
athlete
we
to
were
come
thinking.
in and say, "Hey, we'll give you $2,000 to come on our podcast," and next thing you know, they're making money.
We were talking about doing it where you get like a football player who's always in the end zone, and then every time he scores, he has to like do like MLO. Or
Yeah, that's a
like, hey, we'll pay you $1,000 for this season. Every time you're in the end zone, I just need an MLO.
That's
you know what's
true.
for fun.
What's
Yeah.
interesting is that at the college level, Brian and I were talking about this last night. At the college level, the colleges are making millions.
Yeah. See,
if
that's
not
the difference,
billions.
right?
Like the
Yeah.
school district, we make the cost of the gate, which
Right.
you know.
But that's the swing there. That's the difference. That's why I don't understand. I mean,
understand
for
it
a
either.
pizza shop or something, like if I was a high school kid and a pizza, hey, would you be our guy? I'd be like, yeah, sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
why
just
not?
Because of the it'd be fun. You know, like
Yeah, or we were talking about going the opposite direction, like just pay like a bench player, like somebody who doesn't play at all, and just be like,
$50 to report it every week.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how that unless it's some freak guy like LeBron where they know he's going to go pro. I don't.
we're
see
like
how-
Nike's eyeing him. That's the only thing I could see where that athlete would make a lot of money because they try and lock him down so that when he goes to college, they can pay him and get out gear for him in college, and then they can get out
Yes.
stuff when he goes. Inevitably
Maybe they're
goes
trying
pro.
to push. Would there be a concern of pushing them a certain direction?
oh, there's a
Absolutely.
That would be
there's
the
a lot
concern.
of concern.
Absolutely.
There's like 5 safe houses in place
Yeah,
for school systems.
that would be the problem.
But there's no. How do you get that to all these companies?
Yeah,
The pizza shops, the car dealers.
right.
I mean, all the different venues. I mean, it's going to be there's already enough. The police
Yeah,
with the OHSA.
Wow. Yeah.
Now you're adding this.
yeah.
And you're gonna have parents selling their children, to these companies in order to get money. How does that
I
work?
guess I look at it as where they're going to be paying these. You're going to have like Nike, or you're going to have Ohio State people that sponsor Ohio State that own these. Like, I'm an Ohio State alumni. I want this really good kid to go to Ohio State. Hey, I'm going to give you $10,000 a
If
month.
you go to
Well,
Ohio State.
In 2004, LeBron James, he was given a yellow Hummer from a dealership.
Yeah,
It went through his mom's.
right. Of course, the mom. Right.
Now,
Can't even do that.
no, it could go right to him.
That's what. Yeah. See,
There's
that's
no
what I'm
limit.
saying. That's the problem.
It's going to
Yeah.
open up. You're pulling in a car,
Yeah.
next to your team
Right.
and a coach that you,
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's all something. I don't know how Twitter works with followers.
Yeah.
Like, is there a certain amount you get?
Oh yeah.
Because you mentioned,
if you have more followers, you get more money.
That's what triggered this.
It'd be like marketing. You up your reach in terms of marketing.
Wow.
It was a LeBron James's son.
Yeah.
Was thrown an alley-oop from a teammate.
Yeah.
And they put it on Twitter, and the teammate went over
300,000
followers.
Right. Just like that. And
now
he's worth something.
Yeah.
Wow, that makes sense.
Even if that kid doesn't get sponsored by Nike or something, he has so much reach that eventually he will be able to do someone will pay him something, because that's so many followers that's the power of social media though. But
wow, that's great. Let's go through the comments real fast, because these guys got to get back to work. They're like working and we're talking and talking. All right.
Banfield's got some fans up there.
He dots some leading. You've been watching too much Yellowstone. Now the theme music. Oh yeah, because of my new theme music I played. Yeah, dude, awesome. Yellowstone's amazing. Love Mr. Banfield. There's Maludik. He's been on.
Awesome, Maludik.
That kid, the hardest little worker.
He's all over the place.
Isn't he nuts?
Yes.
No, but he
covers a ton of events.
He makes zero money out of it. Yeah,
and he's been doing it since he's like 14.
Yeah,
or something ridiculous.
It's someday he's gonna freaking be a heck of an employee somewhere. Thank you for she gave us stars. Thank you, Jessica.
Scene
says, love the Poland admin team. Thanks for all you do.
You know, she's a Bengals fan. Who dey?
That's my wife.
Yeah.
Oh, is that your wife?
Well, the next one is, so they must be watching.
Hi, honey. It's Mara. You look great.
It's a classic wife comment right
Go
there.
to work.
Oh, she's so nice. Oh, look. I think our sister gave us stars, Isaac. Wow. Thanks, Patty.
Appreciate
you. Feeling generous. She's like 8 months pregnant. Must be the hormones affecting her. She's giving us a donation.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll have you guys back on. You come back in May. We're
once
gonna get once a month. We'll do this. We're gonna get into. You got to come on after the Bulls.
Oh yeah.
You gotta come on.
I'll come on before and after.
Yeah, let's do it.
I gotta lose 50 pounds between now and July. All right?
You better start.
I'll start installing
jogging.
It's that pizza around this place.
It's
so good, isn't
I went
it?
to Bruno's last.
Oh yeah.
We got donuts that are amazing, pizza that's amazing, and ice cream that's amazing. It's like it
is a trifecta
of.
Mr. Hockenberry is going to have the only NIL for Superintendent. He's sponsored by 5 pizza shops.
My wife's coming up in either this week or next. Let's not talk about all this pizza.
Right? Yeah.
Because I've been telling her I've been eating real good.
Maybe one of these days we're going to have him on and we'll have pizza.
Yeah, absolutely. Which one's your favorite so far?
Man, I
it's
like
tough.
a lot.
About 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Avalon probably.
Avalon's really good.
Avalon's
Uptown.
Uptown's fantastic.
St. A's.
It just depends on what type of pizza you want. There's so many options. But
I did not to get too far off the subject.
No, you're good.
You're
crazy.
I went to Lisbon to a place
called
called
Mary's. Yeah, that's really good.
I never seen
Jeremy
anything like
pizza
it.
reviews. He says that place is like amazing.
Yeah.
There was more cheese. Apparently people they put the cheese on it and they give them an extra bag of cheese to take home. I didn't even make it home. Hey, I pulled off. I pulled off the side of the road and started eating. I couldn't make it back.
You got so many things. We gotta get this out of his head. We gotta start talking about salads. I don't want him to die during the freaking run of the Bulls. He's gonna be running. He's like, I shouldn't have had that pizza. As he looks behind as a Bulls fan.
Hey, I'm more concerned about the white pants. You got to wear white pants.
Oh, you gotta wear that outfit, right?
Well, you got to wear white.
Yeah.
White shirt, white pants, and the scarf, and you got to wear one around your stomach. How am I going to get that around my stomach? I'm not going to fit.
I'm going to need you to wear that outfit in here.
Bring it when you wear it before you go. Will you have it? Like when
I got to find something.
We got to install.
We should all wear those for the podcast before he goes on.
Yeah, absolutely.
All white with a red bandana.
We got to install that. We have steps coming in here. We got to install like ramps down and up for him so that when he comes in here in a wheelchair when it's done, we can get him in here with no problem.
I'm faster than I look.
Deceivingly fast. You played football.
I did. I was
that's what I play football. I'm deceivingly fast.
So the thing is, I really don't see many nose guards outrunning Bulls. That's the problem.
I just gotta,
Yes, definitely. You're gonna see Bull coming out. It's just like
We're gonna
The swim move.
let him train during dismissal.
Seriously.
Yeah, I was thinking me and Luke could dress up as bulls and chase around
We-
pounds.
we should warm them up. Oh my goodness. I
Can
hope
you
so.
can you zoom? Would I be able to zoom?
Yes.
in?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wanna do
yeah.
that live
With
from.
like an
live
hour
from
before you
Buffalo?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can totally.
Oh
do
my
it.
god, we'll totally do.
I don't know
that.
what the time difference is going to be. We can
6
figure it out.
hours. 6 hours difference. So.
Oh, we could
So
do.
you're in the morning. It would be around noon there. That's 6 or 7 here. We
I
could
would
probably
totally
time
do
up.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
we're
Thanks for
good.
having us
You're
on.
welcome.
Thank you.
And thanks.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, everybody, all of our all your viewers, everybody's going to watch us. We appreciate all the support at Poland. This is a great place. 1 year will be next month,
Wow.
and I've never been happier, man. This is a great place.
We're having. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
great having you. We
Yeah.
appreciate you guys coming on and
Thank you.
and doing
Thanks for
everything you
having
guys
us.
do. And
Spiel real quick, Luke. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't already, we got 1 heart, 1 like down below. Give us some likes down below, as well as go follow the MLO Bros. It helps us out tremendously. Also, MLO Bros stands for Mortgage Loan Originator Brothers. So we are loan officers. If you need a home loan or refinance, please think of us. And we'll see you next time.
Yep.
See you tonight.
tonight, me, you, and Akil are just talking.
Yeah.
Talking shop about
Johnny
stuff.
Depp,
Johnny Depp. How
other good stuff.
how ladies can be abusive to their men.
I think that's a great topic of conversation.
I'm gonna go make sure Maggie doesn't freaking watch the
Or Shelby.
so that's what we talk about. We'll see everybody later. Bye.
Bye.